Hello, everybody. Thank you for jumping on here. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and all that sort of stuff to help get this message out to the world. Today's going to be a little bit of a shorter one, but I hope the shortness will kind of give a little bit more impact too, because I'm going to get to the point really quick. So today's cognitive distortion is labeling. Okay. So we do a lot of labeling left, right, and center, right? But where it becomes a cognitive distortion is when we look at somebody or some situation and generalize it. Okay, so for example, let's say your wife is very short with you, right? She says something very curt and very kind of rude, and you just go off the handle. You're like, my wife is so mean. She's such a, and we start throwing labels, right? We generalize this one behavior as an identity to this person. We identify that person, we label that person as some identity because of one single incident, one single behavior. Now, obviously, if this is something that's ongoing, if there's abuse, if there's things like that, of course, get help. Okay. This is not something to mess around with. But if not, if this is just something that you find yourself doing and that a little bit of effort will make life a little bit easier because you're not fighting yourself and you're not making situations a lot more difficult than they need to be. So I find myself doing this like in the past when I really struggled in school, usually around tests, but I would generalize it to say I was dumb, I was stupid, because I would fail another test. There's no hope for me because I would fail another test. Come to find out later that I just needed a different way of learning. And when I found that way, I'm kind of a rock star, right? So again, that's a label, but I generalized it, right? So you're getting the idea. So as you're having these ideas, challenge yourself. As you label something, challenge yourself. When you have that relationship and somebody does something and you go to stop yourself and challenge yourself and be like, okay, is this just a one-time shot? Is this person really a jerk? Or are they just having a bad day? Or they're in a hurry? Or, something very innocent that we're blowing out of proportion. So this world applies labels all over us. Black, white, free, slave, rich, poor. I could go on and on and on. Mentally handicapped, healthy, athletic, religious, not religious, smart, stupid, right? All these labels. We could go on forever and ever. The world, though, these labels tend to separate us, okay? They want to segregate us. They want to put people into boxes. Well, the only label, in my opinion, that really should matter is your label from your higher power. So in my case, that label is Son of God. That's a label that I identify with. I'm going to hang on to that one, right? It builds me up. It helps me to include others. Okay, so labels that encourage you to bring people in and be inclusive and grow and become a better person and to give back and to just fulfill your potential. Those labels are empowering. But it's the labels that we give to each other quite often that either segregate, separate, or bring people down. So let's do our best to be kind and use those labels that lift people up. All right. We're here to inspire. Let's go do it. Take care, everybody.